On self-protection measures, we welcome the owner of P5 Security Consultants, Michael Puntonio. Michael, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about P5 Security Consultants.
I've been a police officer for 24 years, and I've responded to numerous, probably hundreds, maybe more, 911 calls for help. And it's not until that moment that people realize that we don't drop out of the sky. It takes several minutes for help to get to you. So I developed P5 to help people through those minutes to learn how to protect themselves till help gets there and buy themselves some time.
Sure. So some advice for people we'll start in the home. What can you do? What should you do, or what should you be aware of to kind of protect yourself if there was a break-in?
You want to have a layered approach to your defense at home. You can't count on just one thing. You want to have some security cameras, some yard and driveway sensors, some door reinforcement, maybe some glass reinforcement. So you can, the sooner you know that something's happening, the sooner you can call for help, and the sooner that we can get there to help you.
Sure. So you've got a seminar coming up this Wednesday at the Rectrix on Barnstable Road. Tell us a little bit about the seminar and what people can learn.
Yes, I do. It's a personal safety seminar, and it's basically for anybody who wants to learn some techniques on, how they can help themselves. We talk about workplace violence, active shooter, hostile event incidents, how to come up with emergency plans if you find yourself in the middle of that kind of thing. I talk about residential security, and the big part of it is situational awareness and threat assessment, so you can become more aware of your surroundings and practice the techniques.
I have a question.
Sure.
It's hard not to panic.
Mm-hmm.
What could you tell people right now here on the radio to try to prevent them from the worst scenario where they just lose it and panic?
Right. Everybody has a fight or flight response that happens. You can't stop that from happening. But what you can do is practice some stress breathing, which is something we talk about during the seminar. It kind of calms you down enough to where you can actually react and function in that kind of an environment.
Great.
Good to know. And again, it's unfortunate that in this day and age, we are dealing with an uptick in gun violence. We're looking at, you really need to be protecting yourself when you're out in public, when you're at the movies, when you are, at work, when you're even at school. So again, super important for people to be aware and to be vigilant. Is it something that you feel like people should be aware for and prepared for really at all times in this day and age?
Yes, I do. And it's, we talk about how there's a lot of things you prepare for every day that you don't think about, like when you get in your car and you put your seatbelt on. You have your buildings with the fire suppression systems in them in case there's a fire. Some people keep fire extinguishers at home in case something happens. And this is just another thing that you need to prepare for in case it happens.
Great. And if people want to learn more, Michael, about P5 Security Consultants, about you, if they maybe want your help, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
You can either call us or you can look at us at the web. It's www.p5securityconsultants.com. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram.
Great. P5 Security Consultants on Facebook, P5 Security on Instagram. And again, the seminar coming up Wednesday. What time and where should people go?
Wednesday, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's going to be at Rectrix in Hyannis. If you sign up ahead of time is the best way to do it because the seats are limited. And you can do that right from our website.
Great.
Once again, that's P5 Security Consultants.com. It's the number 5, by the way.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
Great. Michael Puntonio, thank you so much for joining us here on Frank.
Thank you for having me.